Democratic presidential candidate Joe Biden has taken the lead in Georgia and Pennsylvania, positioning him on the cusp of winning the White House. The margins are razor thin, but Biden's campaign says they are confident. Sarah Doloff has the story.
The stage is set in Wilmington, preparing for a possible event at Biden-Harris election headquarters as the campaign inches closer to a White House win. Joe Biden said to be relaxed and reflective as he watches the returns, vowing Thursday every vote will be counted.
In America, the vote is sacred. It's how people of this nation express their will.
Biden now leading by growing margins in Pennsylvania and Nevada, razor-thin margins in Georgia and Arizona. In Georgia, the Secretary of State says it's so close, they're headed to a recount.
Out of approximately 5 million votes cast, we'll have a margin of a few thousand.
A top Biden advisor telling NBC the president's attempts to delegitimize the election are baseless and a sure sign he's losing. The final decision, however, could ultimately be decided in the courts. Still, the Biden campaign is growing increasingly confident as the final votes are tallied. In Wilmington, Delaware, Sarah Doloff, NBC News.
Biden is reportedly prepping a possible address to the nation tonight. An aide says the speech will focus on unity, healing, and coming together as a country. And with the presidential election on everyone's mind, we're looking to the race for the Senate. As the gap between Democrats and Republicans begins to tighten, it's likely that neither party will achieve a majority anytime soon. That's because both of Georgia's Senate contests are almost heading off for runoff. According to a state law, a runoff is initiated if no candidate surpasses the necessary 50% threshold needed to claim victory. The potential runoffs are projected to be some of the most expensive congressional contests of all time. And protests were held across the country today as tensions remain high, awaiting the results of the presidential election. More than 100 Trump supporters gathered in Raleigh, North Carolina, calling on election officials to release total votes. In the battleground state of Pennsylvania, his supporters demonstrated outside of the Bureau of Elections, demanding more transparency in the processing of ballots. And Biden supporters were out in full force in Washington, D.C., demanding that all votes be counted in the election. And months into the pandemic and multiple states reopening, and unemployment still remains high. We'll have the latest on the labor market next on Valley News Live at 4.